Um, so this brings me into our next topic. If there's a scenario where Russell Westbrook and that pick would be beneficial, and that's if we get Zach Lavine. Zach Lavine, he has ties to Clutch. He's obviously a Clutch client. LeBron, Maverick Carter, all these dudes. The thing with Lavine, the the only way I see him staying with the Bulls is if they give him a huge contract, like a 200 mil
Yeah,
contract for 5 years. The thing with Lavine, I'm not so sold on him being healthy for those 5 years. I feel like we're gonna look back in like 4 or 5 years and be like, damn, he's getting paid 50, or almost 50 million, and he's like missing this many
yeah,
games or he's losing his explosiveness. But when you have LeBron and AD, and this window is still open, you got to go all in. And if it means giving up $50 million to
exactly.
take a 4 year, you can make that up in endorsements, bro. You're in LA. How many commercials have we seen this playoffs with Zach Lavine and the Mountain Dew and all these other
Mountain
commercials, you know?
Dew. Yeah.
So so he's from Seattle. He was a UCLA kid. Do you think that's a possibility?
Look, you and I were texting about this the other day, and I was like, before that text message, we actually talked on Twitter, and you told me he's a unrestricted free agent,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was unrestricted.
Yeah.
And then once I saw it, because I saw the TMZ, I'm sure everybody watching saw that TMZ
Yeah.
video of him saying,
That
"Yeah,
got
I've
Bulls
always
fans
been a
scared.
fan." Yeah, and I'm like, to me, I was like, that didn't really say anything to me. Like, yeah, I've always
Yeah.
been a fan, but I'm like, okay, when it comes down to the Lakers and a superstar, like you never know, anything can happen,
Never know.
anything can happen, and I think it's a possibility now that I'm looking at it. My question is like, do you think? I don't know if he'd fit. He's a shooter, right? I mean, he has a 3 point
He
shooter. I mean, a
he's
three
more
point
of a
shot. My
shot
bad.
creator. And that's exactly what the Lakers needed. With LeBron and AD, you need a guy, not only a catch and shoot, because when LeBron gets catch and shoot players, they tend, well, in recent history, they tend to fail because the pressure to make a shot every time, it's just not realistic. When you have a guy like Zach Levine who can, like, if you pass him the ball, he can just rip off the dribble. He can explode off a pick and roll. You know, he doesn't have to, like, LeBron could just give him the, it's like a Kyrie kind of in a way, kind of role. Where look, LeBron's gonna
Yeah,
be like, all right, look, I just have 4 possessions in a row. Dog, here you go. Go to work. Give me a couple points. Give me a break. Although he's not the best
yeah.
defender, he's a willing defender. I've seen him play, and it's not that he's a cone on defense. He tries. He tries. Sometimes it's just your foot speed on defense. I think when you have AD, and we saw when AD missed time with the Lakers, bro, he comes back. It's a huge difference. Guys that are getting blown by,
Yeah.
the pressure's not there no more because you have AD, who's probably one of the best shot blockers in NBA history, covering the rim. You know, so I think you have. I don't know. I think if Zach Levine were to come to the Lakers, we're championship. We're one of the championship favorites. This reminds me of this summer. How I feel it's gonna play out is the Carmelo Anthony's, LaMarcus Aldridge days, where the Lakers, the only thing they could offer them was an aging Kobe and Los Angeles. This year,
Yeah.
you can offer a championship. Yo, you don't have to have all that pressure on you when you got LeBron, AD, and you're in LA now. You know, I feel like
Yeah.
our offseason pitch is so much different than what it was previous years, you know? And I feel like
Oh
we can
yeah, big
we can
time.
pull
Yeah. We
away
didn't
a
have we
Zach
didn't have
Levine.
anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, we
And
didn't
we were
have
just relying
anything to offer.
on the money. We are like, all right, we can give you money and LA will be cool. But the Bulls, here's why I think the Bulls may not offer. We talked about his injuries. The Bulls are also trying to be relevant. They're not. I don't think the Bulls will lock themselves into a player if they don't feel like he's gonna be 99, almost 100% healthy. I think they it's a business decision at the end of the day for both sides. So I'm just hoping and praying we can, because if we do get Zach Levine, man, it makes it easier to fill those holes in than it is with Westbrook. Because with Westbrook, you're like, all right, if you have Westbrook, LeBron, and AD, you need shooters. You need shooters. Zach Levine lessens the value or the need for shooters like that. You can go get more defensive players that are not looking to score. A PJ Tucker, an Austin Rivers. Guys are like, all right, I'm gonna just stand
Yeah.
in the corner and play defense. I know my role. I got LeBron, AD, Zach Levine. What do I have to do? Why do I need to score? So
Yeah. I
it
agree with
makes
you on
it
that.
changes the whole landscape of things. And like we said, if he does come here for 4 years, 3 years from now, maybe his knees give up. It's these first 2 years that are going to be crucial. Because I mean, you only have 2 more years left realistically with LeBron and AD too. Because we don't know how injury prone he's going to be. from now on. So I don't know. I think
No, yeah,
that
I agree. I agree with you. You hit it right there, man. Like that's exactly what we need. I think the more I think about it, more times going by, I'm like, you know what? Like obviously, I'm like anything better than Russell. You know,
yeah,
Russell
yeah.
probably, hopefully, for his career, he flourishes somewhere. He does better somewhere else, but not in
I think
football.
I